Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. This is Sisters and Chats with me, Jade.
And me, Paige.
Do you really need closure?
As all of us girls like to say, yes, we do.
I know, I feel like we do say we need it. And I feel like you do need closure till you realise that you actually don't need closure. Or you think you don't have closure when you actually do have closure.
Yeah. I think it's just when your emotions are all still high and the situation's still fresh, you have this idea in your head, like, I need to talk to this person, like, I need to understand every single detail and the thought process behind this decision. But it's like, no. Because once you calm down, it's like, do you know what? Like, I actually don't need it. Like, I'm okay with I don't need to have that typical closure conversation. Like, closure happens in different shapes and forms.
It really does. Like, I didn't think I realised that until after my breakup. I remember when I broke up with my ex, I was like, I need closure. I need to have that conversation with him. I need, like, one more conversation with him. I was so adamant, like, I need to have this conversation with him. And, like, people around me were like, you don't need to. Like, closure's not a real thing. And I was thinking, okay, that's how you feel. But that's not how I feel. Like, I need this conversation with him. Like, okay, I need to know the ins and outs. I need all my questions answered with a legit response for me to be able to move on.
Yeah.
And then I feel like, obviously I never got, like, the closure I thought I wanted. But then I felt like over the time, I feel like I've just realised now that closure isn't that last conversation to have. Because there will never be enough conversations to have to give me the closure I thought I needed back then.
Yeah.
The closure is his actions. And how everything went down is exactly as how he felt and a reflection of how he saw me. And that is a closure within itself, to be like, there is no need to have that last conversation because your actions showed it all.
Actions
and then I realised,
actions speak louder than words.
Literally. And that's when I realised, okay, right, yeah, I actually don't need closure. Because that was closure, just not the way I thought I needed it to be.
Yeah. It's a whole thing. But yeah, I guess, like, we've all had those moments where we feel like you said, you need to have that last conversation to get it all out. But it's like, one day, or you might have already realised it, that no, I don't need to waste my breath on you anymore. We've had one too many conversations. We don't need to compensate anymore about this. Like, it is what it is. And then when you look back on it, you may think, oh, do you know what? Like, that was the closure that I needed. And like you said, it wasn't the way that you intended it to be. But just because you intend it to be that way doesn't mean it's meant to go that way. So, yeah, it's a whole thing. It is a whole thing. But yeah, it's just about, I think once you focus on yourself and you really allow yourself to go through it and feel everything, you'll realise, my closure was that, not having a conversation with you.
Yeah. Do you think you can never not have closure? Like, in every single situation, do you think there is closure without you realising it?
Actually, then I take it back then. Yeah. I definitely think closure happens all the time. It's just the way it happens. But yeah, I guess, like, because you might, like you said, through someone's actions, that might be closure.
I think actions always is the initial closure.
Yeah. Because I think I agree with you. I think mine was kind of the same as well with my previous partner. I wanted to always have these conversations. And then afterwards, I kind of sat back and I was like, no, like, you're literally showing me how many times. So I think it wasn't clicking in my head that we don't need to talk. Like, you're literally showing me that's enough. Thank you, sir.
Bye. Yeah.
So, yeah, but girls being girls, we're so emotional. And I love that about us, but sometimes it's our worst enemy because we like we try to understand too much and feed so much emotion into things. And then it hurts us even more in the process.
And you're like, damn, why did I even do that? Like, I should have just let it be and keep moving on. But I feel like you just don't ever know what you need in the situation when you're in it. It's only when you step away from it and you've, like, taken time out, you then realise, oh, okay, yeah, maybe that didn't actually need to go the way it went. And I didn't need to do all of that. Like,
yeah.
And that's, like, with loads of situations. Not only just with closure, just in general.
In general, yeah, I definitely agree. But I don't know. I think there are some cases, though, where if you both are mature enough, you can have that conversation and that conversation to be closure, not to, because we're not outright in having conversations as closure, but just in certain situations when I would say if someone's has been toxic towards you, having a conversation with that particular person isn't going to be the greatest of closure for you.
It's not.
But if it was something like, I don't know, a mutual decision or feeling based, then I think a conversation would be the correct closure for you. I don't know. That's just my assumption from like outside looking in. I don't know, surface level.
Yeah, I agree. Because especially if it's like how you are as an individual, if you're kind of a person who can communicate very well and you both can communicate really well, then maybe your form of closure is a conversation and like you address everything and then it's done and dusted. But if you're toxic, you ain't gonna have that final conversation. It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna work.
You're just gonna have to accept that how they are and how toxic they are, that is your closure. And
that's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
It's a very hard pill to swallow. But it's okay. Your future self will look back and be like, oh, thank you.
You just have to swallow it, and then your future self will thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for not wasting your breath.
Literally. So yeah.
Okay, should we do a situation?
Okay.
Oh gosh. Okay, so I've been falling out of love with my partner and it sucks. Okay.
Well then. No words.
So we're coming up to 6 years together, and for the last year I've been falling out of love, and I hate this feeling. I have a lot of love for him, but I just don't feel in love. Has this ever happened to you? Is there anything I can do to try to get the spark again? It's hard to see myself with anyone but him since we built this life together. I don't want to just give up on it just because of the way I'm feeling, but on the other hand, I don't want to waste each other's time.
Well then, I feel like I would literally get a pen and paper and write down all the things that I love about the person and all the things I'm not loving about them, and just see exactly what is the situation here, and then see if I can find a way to amend all the bits that I don't like about them or is causing problems for why I feel, I want to neglect them in a way. Yeah. And see if I can resolve that, if there's something I need to resolve within myself, or if there's something that they need to work on, and see where the work needs to be done, and if we're both willing to
make that step together.
Yeah, and have a conversation about it. And if not, then I guess we shouldn't waste each other's time. Yeah. Because I can't be falling in and out of love with you for the next 6 years.
No, it's very true. But then again, I definitely agree with everything you said, because she's only been feeling this way for a year. So it's just like, a year. Yeah, just a year.
Like just a year, like 12 months. Like, I don't know if I love my partner in and out of it for 12 months. Like, that's a long time.
Okay, do you know what? Fair enough. That is a very long time. But then again, I guess like now's the time to just take action and, like you said, write down all the things you love, or maybe try to do more date nights, or even go back. One thing I would probably recommend is, because everyone's honeymoon stage is in the beginning of their relationship. So it's like, go back to that. Start doing things that you used to do when you first. Maybe go back to the first day the first place that you went on a date, or where the first place where you realized, oh my god, I actually love you. Like, do little things that have sentimental value within your relationship, and see if that might be the spark to get you guys going. So switch up, because I get it. Like, when you're with someone for that long, your life, you're not always going to have like fun 24/7, like life happens.
Yeah, you kind of set into a norms.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, spark it up. Sometimes you need that. Go on a holiday. Do something that you would just be spontaneous. I think being spontaneous is what keeps a relationship going.
I agree.
And I think sometimes if you don't have that, you kind of feel a bit like, oh, like, you're my person. Like, we're supposed to be in this forever, and I want to have fun with you. And when you may not have that, it may make you feel the way you feel. That's just an assumption. But I definitely think have a conversation, maybe set a timeline as well, because like you said, you don't want to waste each other's time, and then just kind of go from there, I would say.
Yeah, no, I agree. Don't be wasting anyone's time.
And don't waste yours either. But yeah, okay, well, thanks for tuning in with another episode with us today, guys. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel.
And for our audio lessons, can you please give us a follow and leave us a review? Until next week.
Bye, guys.